Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Local Talent Showcase. I am your host, Tony Frontino. Now, today we have a special show. What do people really like to do while they're watching TV, while they're reading, sometimes even while they're in bed? It's not dead. It's eating. We love to eat. Americans love food. And today I have a really special chef, a friend that I met a couple of weeks ago right here on Access Sacramento. Athena, and your last name? Makis. Welcome, Athena.
Thank you, Tony, for having me.
Well, my pleasure. Tell me a little about yourself.
Well, I come from a Greek-Italian family. My family all immigrated here from Greece and Italy. My father's side of the family came from Rome in Alati, Italy, and settled in upstate New York, where they had a restaurant and a grocery store. And my grandmother is from Patras, Greece, and she came here by herself when she was 15 and settled in Sacramento. And she taught me so much of what I do today.
So did your dad have a restaurant in Sacramento?
No, not in Sacramento, actually. He was in the car business, and he was a singer of all things.
Well,
but his love of food from our family stayed with him, and between him and my wonderful mother and my grandmother, I had beautiful influences in my culinary pursuits that just carry me today. So I'm a local girl, and I just love to showcase my Mediterranean upbringing through my food and just make everybody else feel happy like my family did when I was growing up.
Give me a name of your restaurant and what you do and where.
I actually have a catering company, so it is Luluthi Dining, which means flower in Greek, and what we do is it's a couture catering service and private chef service. So couture meaning one of a kind. So what we do is we go in, whatever the party may be or special event like at a winery or a birthday, and we custom design the menu to fit the needs of the party.
Fantastic. What parties have you done? That anyone famous that we would know?
We've done a lot of like winery people, so like Danny Fetzer from Jericho Vineyards, and we are going out in 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, on May 1st and 2nd, we're going to be catering the Hopland Passport Weekend there. And it's going to be wonderful. We're going to be doing cooking demos with a food and wine pairing while we're out there. I've traveled all over the place. I go to food and wine events all the time. So I have friends like Thomas Keller and Ming Tsai, Masaharu Morimoto, all kinds of fabulous chefs. So I've been very lucky.
Ask you this. How do you stay that thin? What's the secret?
I think the secret is eating organic food. I never deny myself any kind of food. I love to eat, but it's all about quality. So whether it be meat or vegetables or anything else that I'm putting in my body, it's always got to be organic or grass-fed meat. So I think that's the secret. And then a lot of working out too. I do ballet and I've been a competitive cheerleader for almost 20 years. So that doesn't hurt.
And I heard you have a little daughter.
I do, Helena.
And we'll meet her a little later.
We will.
Yes.
She's a wonderful little girl. She loves to cook with her mommy.
I met you last week at Livewire, right here. In this studio.
Yes.
And you made you made a shrimp salad.
We did a ceviche. So we did tapas. We did a tapas and sangria pairing, some whitefish, and some scallops, and we had 2 different kinds of shrimp in there, and then we did a beautiful sangria with some Spanish white wine and some Chandon sparkling wine and all kinds of fruits and stuff that fit the season. So
I know
it was
difficult to get the crew at the door.
Everybody was eating. I think you came back twice, didn't you, Tony?
Did I come back twice?
I think so. Maybe that's why I'm here, because you love my food. That's the biggest compliment to the chef, right? We love it. That's what I want. I want you to eat and be happy.
And what are you going to do tonight?
So today we're going to be cooking Greek food. So a little bit of a change from last time. And we're going to be doing 2 dishes, really simple peasant dishes from my grandmother's town in Patras. which is an ocean town, so they eat a lot of fish. So we're going to do Psari, Plaki, Psari meaning fish in Greek. And we're just going to be doing a little choriotica salad with just some tomatoes and cucumbers. Just real simple, something perfect for the summertime, and a glass of white wine and just great company and friends and everything.
Before we start, can you get a shot of the poster, please? And she'll explain the pictures.
Sure. I'd love to. Let me come on over here. We've got quite a few. So this one right here, this is me at about 7 years old with my grandmother, Martha, making turkey dinner. And then this one right here, if we can pan over to it, you could go up closer. So my kitchen interests started at a very young age. That's me probably about not even a year old cleaning my grandmother's kitchen. And that really was my favorite spot to play at when I was a little girl. I probably have maybe 6 or 7 pictures in different outfits of me right in this drawer right here. So right here, if you want to go close up right here on this picture, this is my family's market in San Francisco. My grandfather's father, so my great-grandfather, Hadi, and some other relatives in there at Papilius Market in San Francisco. So the culinary interests go back a long way. This is early 1900s right here, close to North Beach. And then if you go right here to this picture, this is my great-grandmother that, so when my grandmother came over here, she didn't know how to cook when she got married. And my great-grandmother mailed her recipes one by one, and my grandmother would practice them, and then she would write about it and send it back to my great-grandmother. So this is my great-grandmother, Anastasia, with me when I was probably maybe 6 months old. And then this picture right here, if you can come in on it right here, this is my mother and father, who have both passed away, unfortunately, but they were wonderful chefs and taught me so much about what I do, and my cooking is just them living on so much. Every time I make a dish of theirs, it's like they're with me. So this is a very, very special picture as well. So I'm just going to flip it over. And then actually we'll go to this picture right here because we want to go past to the future. So this is actually my father here in upstate New York making sodas outside of our family's grocery. So the other side of the family had a grocery store too. So this is my father probably at about maybe 10 years old, I'm going to say, in a little town called Rome, New York. So they came from outside of Rome and they settled in Rome, New York. So there's my father, John. And then this is actually a picture of the market right here. So this is my great-grandfather, Palombi, and my grandfather, Palombi, right here at the family's market. And then here's just a couple shots of me. This is a promo photo that I did at the photo shoot for Terra de Oro Winery. We did the Behind the Cellar Door weekend there. So this was one of the promo photos that we did for the press release. And then right down here, I am in San Francisco at Bloomingdale's doing a Greek cooking demo.
Oh, well, let's go for it.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry.
Well, you're definitely not going to go away hungry today, I tell you, for sure. I promise you that. So what we'll do is we'll start with the Psari Plaki. So I'm going to have you help me a little bit with some cutting.
Do you trust me with the knife?
I trust you.
Oh, okay.
I trust you. You're Italian too, so I think you probably helped your mom when you were growing up. And your
My grandmother, yes.
Yes, for sure. So I'm just going to have you cut these. We've got some just red bell peppers, and we've already gotten all the seeds and stuff out. And just cut this across, and then just some thin slices. So I'm gonna put you to work today.